Hey everybody, this is Wendy Kim of Your Dream Realized Coaching, and we are on day 13 of the 20-day Survive to Thrive challenge. Thank you for those of you who've been participating, who are committed to getting out of survival mode, getting out of scarcity, and living a life where you're thriving, a life where you feel powerful, and a life you love. So, I want to talk today about acknowledgement. Oh my gosh, I could go on and on about this. So, have you ever noticed that with kids? Okay, so I have two kids, right? My daughter's 8 and my son is 10. With young children, we acknowledge the heck out of them. Like with babies, it's like if they breathe, we're like, "Oh my gosh, you breathed. How amazing." And obviously, if they crawl, or if they roll over, or if they walk, or if they run, we acknowledge the heck out of them, right? And even with my kids, like if they're playing basketball or playing soccer or something like that, like even if they didn't have the best game, I will still acknowledge them for something, for trying, for putting in effort. And then something happens, like when people get older and people stop acknowledging each other. And I think this is really sad. And not only do we stop acknowledging each other, we stop acknowledging ourselves. And I think that that is actually, I would say, one of the biggest issues I see with people is they will push, you'll push past your comfort zone. You'll do something that was difficult. You'll maybe fall down or fail in something. And instead of being like, you know what, at least I tried, or I learned from that experience, or I put myself out there and it wasn't pretty, but I did it. Instead of acknowledging that about yourself, most likely you're like most people, where you beat yourself up. And the thing I see about, so I work with a lot of high performing people. And the difference between people who are high performing, who are in action, who are doing amazing things versus people who are just kind of maybe sitting on the couch and not doing really what they want to be doing, is that the people who are up to big things, they acknowledge themselves. They acknowledge themselves even for the smallest things. So my question for you would be, how can you acknowledge yourself more? One of the reasons that I think people don't acknowledge other people is because you're not acknowledging yourself. So how could you acknowledge other people if you're not acknowledging yourself? Actually, if you want to have fun with people, just go around and start acknowledging them. And people will freak out because they do not get acknowledged. One of my good friends, she's grown a lot in this, but when I acknowledge her, she will have a tendency to, instead of just accepting it as a gift and being like, thank you, yes, I have really grown, she will make some kind of deflection, like, oh, well, no, it's because that person did that, or no, it's because I had this support from that person. She will not accept the acknowledgement. And I think that's how most people are. Because in our culture, we somehow think that, like, if we accept acknowledgement, that means that we're weak. maybe we're not humble. We're not humble enough. We're too grandiose, and we've got too big of an ego. So even when someone does acknowledge us, we don't accept it. And I just think that that's sad. Because, hey, love, how are you, Sharon? Are you acknowledging yourself, Sharon? Because I know you're up to amazing things. One of the things that my clients come to me with is they'll actually come and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I did this amazing thing. I'm so proud of myself. And unfortunately, they don't feel like they can tell anyone else that. I'm literally like the only person they feel like they can acknowledge themselves to. Because they feel like, and maybe you feel this way too, maybe you feel like if you were to go up to a friend and say, I am so proud of myself for something I did today, would you worry about what that person thought of you? Would you worry about coming across as too like a braggart or just conceited? I think that's our concern. We're so afraid of people thinking that we're big-headed, or hey, Marjorie, or that like we're too big for our britches. And I don't know about you, but I think that that's really sad. Like, I want people to come up to me and tell me the amazing things they're doing. So if you feel like you can't tell other people the amazing things you're up to, or maybe it doesn't have to be amazing. I think we need to redefine that word too. Maybe it's that you actually took time for self-care. Or maybe it's that you didn't get as angry with your child that you typically would. Acknowledge yourself for that. That's amazing. It doesn't have to be writing a book or even starting a business, or it's just those little micro, maybe it's, okay, I'll share this with you. Okay, I'm gonna acknowledge myself and model this for you. So the other day I went camping, right? And I don't know about you, but when I go camping, I don't sleep that well. So I went to the coffee shop and I was in the restroom and the toilet paper roll was empty. And I was tired. I was feeling pretty lazy. And I went to go get some toilet paper, and I didn't really want to replace the toilet paper roll. I just wanted to grab some toilet paper and not replace the roll. Not put it in, just like leave it on the toilet or leave it on the side. Okay? And then I just thought, okay, no, I don't want to be that person. I actually want whoever comes in here to not be irritated and to actually enjoy the fact that the toilet paper is on the roll. This is funny, right? This is what I deal with in my day. And so I replaced the toilet paper roll, and I felt really good about that. And so it doesn't have to be a huge thing that you have to acknowledge yourself for. It's those little choices, those little decisions that we make. Maybe it's letting someone, like, not getting super pissed off when someone, like, cuts you off on the freeway. That's something that you can acknowledge yourself for. So anyways, if you are feeling shy about acknowledging yourself, please tell me so I can celebrate you and that you can start celebrating yourself, because I really believe that the more we acknowledge ourselves, the happier we'll be, the more productive we'll be, and also the more we'll acknowledge other people. So let me know how you want to be acknowledged. And if you're embarrassed to put it in the comments, private message me. I will acknowledge you. I will celebrate you because we all need that. Okay. Thank you guys for letting me share this thing that's super important to me. Thank you for watching this video, and if you want to be part of a program where you're with a group of amazing women who are going to support you in things like this and acknowledging yourself and encouraging you and believing in you and your dream, then please join our tribe. I will put the link. We have early bird pricing through this week. I would love for you to be a part of it. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of this. Good night. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.